Hello everyone, I am Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. In our today's video, we'll deal with a very important topic, that is the Desert National Park. Now, why is this national park in news? We'll get to know this very soon. That is because in the state of Gujarat, in the first time in decades, there was a birth of a Great Indian Bustard bird. Now, this birth of a bird which is critically endangered, it became possible because of a trans-state conservation effort that took place between the state of Gujarat and its neighboring state of Rajasthan. So what the researchers did? They did something very interesting. They took a captive bred GIB egg from a nest which was a conservation breeding nest located in Desert National Park of Rajasthan. They transported it over 19 hours in a handheld portable incubator and then placed this nearby a nest of a female GIB bird. This bird incubated the egg, which eventually led to hatching of a new species on the March 26. So that is why this particular event is in news. Now from this context, what did we understand is important from UPSC perspective? This Desert National Park and more importantly, this Great Indian Bustard species of bird. So we'll cover all of this in our today's video. And the notes which I will be using in this video, if you want to download them, you can go to a particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live, and while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. Okay, so let us start by understanding where the Desert National Park is located. It is located in Thar Desert, from where the name of the national park is given, and it is primarily located in two districts of Rajasthan, that is Jaisalmer and Bardmer. Now, you need to understand this Desert National Park is one of the largest national park in whole of the country, which is measuring over 3,162 square kilometers. Now, the area where this national park is located, you need to understand this is Thar Desert. So, it is an area which witnesses extremely hot and arid region because of extremely low amounts of rainfall, that is less than 100 mm of rainfall every year. Now, this is one of the most interesting places in India because this is where you'd find presence of fossils from the Jurassic period dating as back as to 120 million years ago, right? So these are important facts that are important as of the Desert National Park is related. Now let us understand the topography of this national park. As you can understand, this is located in a Thar Desert area. So the topography naturally becomes sandy and undulating terrain. So the major landform which is present in that particular park consists of craggy rocks, compact salt lake bottoms, as well as intermediate areas and fixed dunes. Now what is important that you need to remember is sand dunes. It consists of more than 44% of the park. So there are many main lakes which are present in this particular national park. As you can understand, this is in Thar. So important rivers don't flow it, but that does not mean there is no water source available in the area. There are three main lakes in particular. One is Rajbog, another one is Malik Talao, and another one is Padam Talao. So these are important water bodies which you can note down, important from the exams perspective. Now let us understand what are the important vegetations present in the region. Now vegetation for the major part of the falls are located or can be classified as a thorn forest type. So you can understand the vegetation present here is very sparse. Whatever is present, it consists either of open grasslands, thorny bushes, as well as dunes, which are the broad habitat types. And even the flora or the plants available in the region actually is very parallel to whatever the vegetation is dominant here. So you can understand dhok trees, ron, salai, palm trees, etc. are present. But the most important from the ecological as well as cultural perspective are the khejri trees. Now, khejri trees are the revered and protected trees which are revered by many local communities, particularly the Bishnois, right? Now, let us understand what are the major fauna available in the region. Now, the major fauna available in the region includes chinkara, predators like desert fox, Bengal fox, Indian wolf, as well as desert cat, as well as hare. Similarly, one of the most important avifauna species that are available in the region, which makes this national park important from our today's news perspective, it is the Great Indian Bustard. Now, Great Indian Bustard are the indicator species of the open grassland system. What is the definition of indicator species? Please do let me know in the comment section. You can even Google it. Point is, you need to remember the definition of indicator species. So Google it, read it, and do let me know in the comment section what is the definition of indicator species. Now, Great Indian Bustard, it is one of the magnificent bird found in this region, and it is available fairly in large numbers as compared to other parts of the country. Similarly, reptiles also are found in abundant numbers. For example, spiny-tailed lizard, monitor lizard, saw-scaled viper, Russell viper, red-spotted royal snake, as well as krait. So these are the important fauna that are available in the region. Now, let us get back to our discussion of Great Indian Bustard. If you don't have an image in your mind, do not worry. This is the magnificent Great Indian Bustard. Now you can understand this bird species longitudinally is very long. So for any important species in news, what are the facts we need to cover? We need to cover its habits, habitats, as well as protection status, and we'll do the same for even the Great Indian Bustard. Now see this image. You see a black crown on its head, which is a giveaway that this is a Great Indian Bustard species. Now this species of Great Indian Bustard is endemic to the Indian subcontinent, and as I told you, the male species, they have a distinctive black crown, a long neck, and a buff colored body with white underparts. How are males segregated from females? You need to understand females are generally smaller in size, as well as they lack the prominent black crown which the male GIB species actually have. Now what you need to understand, this is one of the heaviest flying birds in the world, weighing each about 10 to 15 kilograms, and their dietary preferences are primarily omnivorous. Okay, similarly, what you have to understand are the habitats as well as protection status of these species. Now these these birds, I told you, they are indicator species of which kind of a grassland ecosystem? Open grassland ecosystem. Similarly, you can also find them in arid plains as well as scrub forest. And geographically in India, they are mostly confined to two states only, Rajasthan as well as Gujarat. However, smaller populations of these bird species can be found in the state of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Now let us talk about its conservation status. The bird in IUCN Red List is categorized as a critically endangered species. Why? Only less than 150 GIB species are left in the wild, and almost exclusively all of them are located in India. Similarly, as per the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, they are protected under Schedule 1, which means hunting as well as capturing of these species are prohibited by law. It is a punishable offense. Similarly, under CITES Convention, these are located in Appendix 1, again the highest protection status. Now, they are also covered in Indian government species recovery program. Why are they covered in species recovery program? Because less than 150 number are left in the wild, and almost all of them are located in India. So what are the conservation efforts done by the Indian government? Let us look at that also before we wind up our today's discussion. As I told you, they are a part of species recovery program, which means they are kept in species recovery under the Integrated Development of Wildlife Habitats program of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. As a result, artificial hatching of the eggs also take place, which I told you initially. This is called as a jump start method, right? So what you take a conservationally bred healthy egg, a fertile egg, and you place it under the female who are unusually not able to bear a healthy egg. So they hatch it and it results into birth of a new species, right? So what we do is collect eggs from the wild and artificially hatching them. The process takes place. Similarly, one of the greatest dangers that these bird species actually face is that they electrocuted and entangle themselves in the power lines. So to prevent that from happening, the government introduced firefly bird diverters, which are flaps installed on the power lines, and they work as a reflector for bird species because birds can actually spot them from far and they can change their direction accordingly in order to not entangle with them. So these are the conservation efforts done by the government in order to increase the number of these species, which already are very less in number. You can understand how less is 150 in the wild, and that is why they have been categorized as what? As a critically endangered species. Understood? So this was all for today's discussion. Now, before we get into a PYQ that has actually come on this topic in the UPSC exam, there's an important announcement. Up till tomorrow, that is 31st of March, we are undertaking a sale that is known as Safalta sale. Now in Safalta sale, not just you get 60% off on all the courses, but all the courses now also come with double validity. And to add even more benefits, if you apply the code ATS Live, you will get maximum discounts on all available courses, right? Plus, do not forget to apply this code, right? Now, before we end up our today's discussion, this is a question that appeared in the UPSC exam of 2020 with reference to India's desert national park. Which of the following statements are correct? Do let me know the correct answers in the comment section. The ones who answer it correctly would get a thumbs up from my side, okay? And before we end up our today's discussion, this is where you'd find your notes. The Telegram channel is called as ATS Live. So do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see each other again quite soon on this particular channel also. So have a great good night, and we'll see each other again.